I have to admit it's hard to be here this morning, um, given, the difficulty that's going on. But, it's just really painful to sit still with what we know, um, the difficulty out there that's come from hundreds of years of systemic racism and oppression, literally people being valued less due to different shades of darkness in their skin. It's absurd and real. And the frustration around that's boiling over right now. Mindfulness practice doesn't live in a bubble. And so it has to open up to the real world and what's happening among us, how we relate to each other. And it's deeply sad and painful. In our meditation, we can bear compassionate witness to what's happening. And one reason we meditate is that we can bring ourselves to a place of connection to our own heart, our own values, and we can stay present and not turn away. From ourselves or our fellow humans. And it may seem like we're here doing nothing. But maybe that's, there's things to be done for sure. There's work to be done. There's action to be taken. And we have to be present to ourselves to do that well. And if nothing else, we're sitting here willingly allowing our own mind to dispel the insanity of hatred and injustice. It makes no sense at all to harm your fellow man for your own gain, because it only harms all of us, and yourself included. So the persons around you, their well-being is the same as yours. And in meditation, we can stay present to that, open up to that. So I really do want to keep it simple this morning, and just enter into a connection to the present moment, and then spend some time nurturing a sense of loving kindness to self and others. And my hope is that wherever this day takes you and whatever you need to do, that this little bit of cultivation of that fills every step you take. have to get my dinger to work. Let's see if this happens now. Nope. For some reason, it's not ringing. So let's just pretend that we just heard a bell. And we can settle into our present moment stance. And checking in with our own bodies and our own hearts. And bringing awareness to our body. Noticing the sensations that are there in an open way. Remembering we're here for our own self and all those that we're connected to, which could be everybody. It could be that we're connected to all living beings. And as we breathe, noticing the breath, beginning to focus awareness on the way the breath fills the whole body. Maybe starting with the abdomen. So really focusing in on the abdomen, moving with the breath. And then opening up to the whole of the body, all of it. Receiving and letting go of each breath. So becoming aware of body sensations. And how the breath comes as a gift and fills the whole body with what's needed. And how each breath empties out of the whole body, letting go of what's not needed. Each breath sustaining this little being that I call me. And for a while of silence, just tracking with your awareness the breath. The receiving and the letting go, letting things be. And then becoming aware of self in a new way. A self that needs compassionate attention. And bringing into that awareness the words, may I be happy and healthy. May I be safe and free from suffering. May I have ease of being. And just noticing the effect of wishing that for yourself. And then gathering into awareness your loved ones, the people that are dear to you and close to you. May they be happy and healthy. May they be safe and free from suffering. May they have ease of being. And then bringing to mind the world of strangers, people that you see that you don't really know. They're real and alive too. Their existence is just as significant as self and those you love. And maybe bringing one of them to mind and wishing the same for them. May they be happy and healthy. May they be safe and free from suffering. May they have ease of being. And then exploring what it's like to bring someone into consciousness, into awareness, who appears to be set against you or those you love. And holding them in awareness. They also are a person with struggles and issues and difficulties. And exploring what it's like to wish them the same. May they be happy and healthy. May they be safe and free from suffering. May they have ease of being. Not trying to force this to feel any certain way, just holding it in awareness, those words, breathing them in and out. This is for you and all those connected to you. And then exploring through awareness the possibility that you are connected to all living beings through kindness and compassion. So you can bring together yourself and your loved ones and the strangers and the enemies. And you can add to that all living beings. And just noticing what it's like to wish the same for all. May all be happy and healthy. May all be safe and free from suffering. May all have ease of being. And then just returning your awareness to your body, feeling your feet on the floor, your body where you're sitting. Maybe noticing that there's a sense of wholeness when we connect through compassion, kindness. And just being open to the possibility that that can stay with you throughout your day. You can check back with it anytime by briefly centering yourself through your breath and your body. You can connect to that in difficult moments with other people. You can connect to that if you're doing significant work. Even if you're working at resisting injustice. And we can place ourselves as witnesses, compassionate witnesses to what's unfolding in our world. And we can allow that to guide us. And again, we can imagine a bell to end the meditation. But it really never ends, right? So maybe we'll just leave this open-ended this morning. I did want to share that, people have been researching human nature scientifically more carefully, probably in the last half century. And the impact of compassion on our physiology, on our body, on our health and well-being is profound. The impact of the opposite of that, which you might just call contempt. And this is a really sad and difficult truth. It's hard for me to embrace, but it's real. If I am treated with contempt, someone looks down on me, oppresses me, excludes me, sneers at me, my body will fill with stress hormones. And I'll feel it, and I'll live in it. And if this is systemic, it will become chronic. And the sad and difficult thing is that those who are giving this contempt don't have that same experience. So being contemptuous of other humans is sadly a place where we might feel better. We're on top. And we don't feel that stress, and our body doesn't react in the same way. Now, I'm not saying that's a state of health, because it's a deep state of disconnect, of meaning. But sadly, it's a place where I could feel sheltered. My body could feel okay. I've got mine. I'm on top. So sometimes the work of mindfulness is to actually bring that pain into the consciousness of those who don't feel it. And that's what I'm experiencing this week, is the pain of those who are in that place of receiving contempt. Contempt to the place of death, public murder. And supporting those who want to bring that into public consciousness to help everybody feel that, to stay connected to it. If we don't, we're on the side of those who are putting out the contempt. If we don't open up to that, if we don't become witnesses, then we're contributing to this toxic, chronic state of contemptuous injustice. As a white man, I have no idea how it feels, really, to walk around with a skin color that puts a target on my back. That creates instant contempt, fills me with stress and fear and difficulty. But maybe if I pause in my practice and open up to that and listen and take it in and let it register in my being. And don't numb it out, which is so tempting. to look away. Thank you for being here, and I hope it's helpful to maintain your practice. I hope it gives you a sense of meaning and purpose in your life and allows you to take the action that you need to take for yourself and for those you love, for the strangers, and even for those set against you. Our world needs help. I'll see you tomorrow morning.